Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. Wednesday in the NBA. It's going to be Caron Butler and the Dallas Mavericks going up against Joe Johnson and the Atlanta Hawks. And now we head out to Atlanta with Kevin Harlan and the 2K crew for today's broadcast.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And our sideline reporter is Doris Burke. The fans are making noise here at Phillips Arena. The Atlanta Hawks getting settled in. Here are the starters for Dallas, brought to you by State Farm. Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler in the middle. Rudy Fernandez out there with Jason Kidd. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hawks, Heinrich and Johnson in the backcourt. Horford is out there with Jason Collins. And it's Smith in at the small forward position.
Fellas, it's no secret that Dallas isn't afraid to spend or go into the luxury tax, but in their march to get better, they haven't been very careful with the contracts they've given out.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. Horford against Nowitzki. Gets it to go. Nowitzki's got the opening field goal of the game for the Mavs. Well, back to what you said about the Mavs, it seems they can't find the right center to fit them, and they keep giving out dubious contracts. And Steve, you know as well as anybody being in the front office, and Clark, you too at the Pacers. I mean, it's 50-50 a lot of times. Yeah. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, you got to manage those acorns.
Steve?
Yeah, the personnel decisions are always difficult, especially when it comes to big money deals. But I thought Tyson Chandler really solidified that center position for Dallas last year.
He had his head up and was looking to make that pass all the way. You love that unselfishness.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Larry Drew. He said that a key for this game is not giving away any easy looks as a defense. He told me, quote, they'll do enough scoring on their own without us making it easier for them. We have to work hard each time we defend our basket for all 4 quarters in this one. Consistency, guys, is what he's looking for.
All right, Doris, they're probably, Clark, well aware of the firepower they're up against.
Well, Kevin, Steve, you always have to be aware of that when you're facing these guys.
Yeah, no question. If you're not prepared right from the outset, then this team will punch you in the mouth and get off to a big lead early. So they've got to be up to the task defensively.
And that one's good.
And I think one of the most underrated aspects of Al Horford's game is his mid-range jump shot. He is really almost automatic from 16 to 20 feet.
For 3, Fernandez. Another 3 for Dallas.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Atlanta with the ball. 6-point game. Back to Smith. Defended by Butler. Smith, the pass to Horford. Shot is off. Some solid D from Nowitzki. You know, speaking of Al Horford's face-up game last season, from 16 to, say, 23, 24 feet away, he shot 55%. That was good for number 1 in the league.
Boy, that's a surprising factoid there, Kevin. Wasn't aware of that. Knew he was a really good mid-range shooter, rather. Didn't know he led the league from that area. So that's a nice weapon. But it's also a clear indication that
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Hawks. Teague comes in for Kirk Heinrich. Sean Marion is checked in for Dallas. Terry comes in for Rudy Fernandez. Here's Johnson. Now here is Horford. Smith, guarded by Marion. Smith outside. He kicks to T. 6 to shoot. Over Kidd. A nice shot by Teague. 1:56 left here in the opening quarter. Kidd kicks to Terry. Nowitzki outside. Here's Teague. Back to Horford. Now the dish to Johnson. Over Terry. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Horford.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
Here's Terry. Nowitzki outside. And it's Horford picking him up. And another basket for Dallas.
You know, guys, I'm pretty sure when everybody else leaves the gym and goes home, Dirk Nowitzki just sneaks back into the gym and kind of hangs out at that foul line area. He's so comfortable at the elbow and at that high post area. He just shoots right over the top of everybody. It looks like a layup for him.
So for the Hawks, Marvin Williams is checked in for Smith. Crawford comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Heinrich in for Jeff Teague. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Jason Kidd. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Getting back to what Steve said about Dirk, with his height, Clark, that elbow shot is virtually impossible to guard.
We call it ATM time. Cash. Because when he gets it there, nobody can bother it. And he also can go by you. He's unorthodox, but he can still, because you have to respect that shot, he has the option to drive as well, but he's a remarkable shooter.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Well, you look at Atlanta's team makeup last year, and it was similar to previous seasons. A very talented front court, some strong wing players, but nobody really running the show, and that was one of the reasons they traded for Kirk Heinrich at midseason.
Here's Heinrich, looking for his first bucket of the game. Crawford outside. Guarded now by Jason Terry. Pulls up from the corner, and Heinrich with the basket, the assist by Crawford.
That was just a perfect feed there.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Barea dishes to Marion. Terry the pass to Marion. He's against Williams. Terry kicks to Marion. And the layup falls.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
And here comes Crawford. From the arc. Can't hit. Here's Barea. No good. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, up 8.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
More great action when we return. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Here's Heinrich. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Crawford. Josh Powell is out there with Marvin Williams. Then there's Heinrich, and it's Collins in at the 5.
You know, after the disappointing end to their 2010 playoff push, the Hawks decided to make a change at the head coaching position and went with Larry Drew at the helm.
Now here's Butler. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. That's 7 points for Butler. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, Josh Smith, a difference maker for this Hawks team with his effort and athleticism. Smith said, "I get myself geared up to be the energy guy and wreak havoc. Be all over the floor defensively and try to do whatever I can on offense to help my team out. Guys, the whole team feeds off his great energy and athleticism."
Well, they sure do, Doris. Thanks.
And Smith, a stat sheet stuffer. I mean, Josh rebounds, he gets steals, he blocks shots. He does it all for him.
There's the bucket. Good. Yeah, Clark back to Drew. They had Mike Woodson. He took him to the playoffs, but Larry Drew takes his place. Drew is on his staff. It was scrutinized early, but, Steve, he took him back into the playoffs and deep into the playoffs.
Well, and that was their goal. They wanted to get back to winning a series in the postseason, and Drew was able to do that. They beat Orlando in the first round, and then they gave Chicago all they could handle in round 2. His presence in the paint gives their offense such a valuable dimension.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And once again, the Mavs were a terrific road team last year, winning 28 games and losing 13 away from Dallas.
So for the Hawks, Al Horford, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Smith in for Marvin Williams. And then for Dallas, Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Hayward. Nowitzki comes in for Sean Marion. Jason Kidd is subbed in for J.J. Barea. Clark, you always don't think of them that way, but the Mavs have been a great team on the road for quite some time.
You do overlook that, Kevin, until you look at the numbers. I mean, I'm not sure why it is, but they consistently are at the top of the NBA in road wins year to year. Even closed out their first-round playoff win last year on the road. That's always impressive.
Here's Crawford after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Crawford outside. Terry covering. Clock at 6. Heinrich dishes to Horford. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So, shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
And that one's good. Chandler's got his first points of the night. The Hawks trail by 9.
Tell you what, Tyson Chandler was the perfect fit in Dallas because his ability to protect the rim and to rebound was really a great compliment to Dirk Nowitzki's scoring.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. When you look at that Mavericks front line, Clark, with Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler, plenty of length, both of them about 7 foot or plus.
Yeah, and you look at Tyson Chandler, I mean, he's actually a long, rangy 7-footer, and teams like the Lakers have really made it a prerequisite to have that size on your front line, and the Mavericks can match up there.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Johnson. Kicks it to T. Smith outside. And here is Horford. Now Chandler defending. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Teague. Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
Tell you what, credit the defense there. They really contested that layup. Oh, Atlanta was a playoff team a year ago, and they won their share of games. But they didn't appear to be a contender. And despite all the talent that they've had the last few years, you just have to wonder which direction this franchise is headed.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I think we can put to rest once and for all the idea that somehow Dirk Nowitzki is soft or that the Dallas Mavericks are soft. It's a label that had been spread to the whole team, and they are glad to put it behind them. Jason Terry said of Dirk Nowitzki, Dirk has huge resolve. Regardless of what people say about him, he's going to come to the gym every day and prepare the same way. He's been doing it for so long, and he still doesn't get the credit that he deserves. A championship will help get that credit rolling, guys.
Thanks, Doris.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. I mean, Dirk was never a pushover. I think that was an unfair label. But what winning the title did was it shed that label forever. And it kind of put his stamp on the history of his impact on the NBA. Just an amazing story, Dirk Nowitzki last year.
Steve, that remark you had about Atlanta, they kind of backed into the playoffs, but Clark, they woke up when they got there.
They did. I mean, it seemed like they were sleepwalking through the regular season, inconsistent and not being able to put together any kind of strong winning streaks. But when the playoffs came around, they showed you what we thought we were going to see during the regular season.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of hands down there on the block. That's a tough position to be in offensively.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Baseline jumper. That's good from Horford on the assist by Johnson. And now it's just a 4-point Maverick lead.
Winding down, they're going to go for the last shot here of the quarter.
Yeah, I like the recognition there. They're going to play for the last shot, just as you said.
Shakes him. Can't get the layup.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Mavericks lead by 4.
And it's been a great game out in Atlanta. Thanks so much for joining us for the HP Halftime Report. The Mavericks off to a good start. They're making it look effortless offensively, scoring at will. A nice start for Caron Butler. Dirk Nowitzki also a big factor for them. And the Hawks have been plugging away. Their bench making its presence felt, putting up big numbers coming in from the Pine. Leading his team in scoring, Joe Johnson. He's got 7 points and a few assists, making nice plays for himself and others. These two have set the benchmark so far tonight, leading their teams in first-half scoring. And now we send you back to the broadcast. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke all coming up with the second half.
And a great sight you see of Atlanta, Georgia tonight, folks. Under the stars, glistening Atlanta with the centerpiece, Phillips Arena, where we are tonight for NBA basketball. Here's Heinrich. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler in the middle. Jason Kidd is out there with Rudy Fernandez. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Now here is Smith. 4-point game. From 20 feet out. Gets it to go. Johnson's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hawks. Here is Kidd. He's picked up by Heinrich. Outside Kidd. It's Rudy Fernandez on the wing. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Kidd's got 3 assists now in this one.
When you think of Dallas, and you don't really think about a pounded inside team. I mean, and there's good reason for that. Despite their size, they were in the top 5 last year in the number of three-pointers taken.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Mavericks leading by 3, and the Mavericks call time here. Poke loose. Heinrich with the steal.
Great defensive work right there. The quick hands lead to the turnover.
Now the pass to Johnson. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Heinrich's got 3 assists tonight.
Hot start for this club coming out of halftime. That's 3 in a row now.
It's tipped. So a couple of poor possessions now in a row consecutively. Both times turnover. That's not productive basketball. That's not winning basketball.
Now, Clark, you know, you start stringing errors back-to-back together, you lose all momentum in this game.
Now here is Smith, down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Smith. 8 points for Horford.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
I really like Al Horford's game, guys. He rebounds the ball, he defends. He's a nice passer, too. And he's a guy who can score. Not a fluid post game, but you throw him the ball down there and he can score for you.
Gets the bucket. Butler's got 11 points.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Now we touched on Al Horford's passing last season. He ranked Clark first among all centers in the league with 3.5 assists a game.
Yeah, Kevin, I like his ball skills. He does a nice job handling it. He's a good passer. He can rip and run better than just about any center in the league.
He can.
Excellent mobility.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Atlanta. Powell comes in for Al Horford. Then for the Mavericks, Haywood comes in for Chandler. And it's Marion in for Caron Butler. Here is Heinrich.
Well, Atlanta was in the playoffs a year ago, but they were not as strong as they were the previous year. And one of the reasons, their home record suffered a bit.
Now here is Smith. They trail by 1. Sean Marion covering. This is to Pachulia. And it comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And the Hawks lead by 1. And on that Atlanta Hawk team, still a good team. We talked about, the problems at home, not as dominant perhaps as before. I mean, sure, Clark, for every coach, winning at home becomes priority number 1.
You know, and you look at their numbers, they won 34 a season ago and then just 24 in the recent season. I mean, that's a 33% drop. That's a significant change.
It is. Heinrich kicks to Powell. He passes to Johnson. On the money. Johnson's got 6 in the quarter. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
As soon as they made that steal, it was off and running.
Yep, and they acted on it, partner. That's an easy 2 points off the pilfer.
And the Mavericks call time here.
You know, Josh Smith had a very productive set of games in Atlanta's postseason run last year. I thought he did a lot of things that were important in them being able to win.
So for the Hawks, Al Horford. He's checked in for Powell. Williams comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Teague in for Kirk Heinrich. And the Mavericks making a change here as well. J.J. Barea is checked in for Jason Kidd. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Fades away. Nowitzki, good. Nowitzki's got 10 points. The Hawks leading. Teague, the pass to Johnson. Passes it to Horford. It's a look. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, they're finding the open man. Unselfish play. I like it.
Yeah, I love it too. Teamwork in evidence there, right on full display. A big percentage, a high percentage of their baskets have come off assists.
Here is Barea. Takes it right up. He buries it. Barea's got his first bucket in this one.
And we have seen the intensity pick up big time here in the second half.
Well, you can feel the desire from both teams that they really want to win this one.
Now here's Johnson. It's a one-point game. Good on the shot. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half. Haywood with the ball. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki.
That was all about the assist there. Just a beautiful feed.
And the game still closer contested as we end the third quarter. What can you say? Joe Johnson, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but, he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
We'll be right back here from Atlanta. While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Doris?
Well, guys, it was the stretch by the Hawks that garners the Sprite Spark today. Some fantastic effort and work on the defensive end in the third period has been crucial to them gaining control and setting the tone. Most important for them, building the lead. We'll see if they can keep it, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. That run was a critical stretch, Clark, of the game.
It sure was. I mean, once the pilot light was lit, they didn't let up.
Well, offensively, it all came together for them, Clark, and it really allowed them to kind of take control of the game at that point.
So with Smith sitting on the bench, here's the group that Larry Drew has on the floor. Horford is out there with Josh Powell. Then it's Marvin Williams. Then it's Crawford. And it's Heinrich in at the point guard position. Now Crawford. Now the feed to Heinrich. Here's the three. They get the rebound. From deep. Shot's good by Williams. And the Hawks lead by one. And at Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, what's that, 7 lead changes already here? So this is a great matchup, guys. Two competitive teams going at it.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Dallas really played a lot of zone defense last year, and I thought it worked out well for them, especially with the personnel they brought in. Tyson Chandler manning the paint really helped that club.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He said to his players, we've come too far not to come out on top. Don't deviate from your role. Simply do your job. Guys, back to you.
Pachulia, who's checked in for the Hawks. Smith comes in for Marvin Williams. Steve, back to Dallas. Sometimes a team needs to find an identity on defense, and they found that last year with the zone. That was a little clever trick, Clark Kellogg, that Rick Carlisle, the coach of the Mavs, inserted in that team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the zone, it fit their personnel. You can't overlook the impact that Tyson Chandler has had on their defensive disposition. They have guys that have length that can cause problems in the passing lane. So the zone defense just made some sense.
Kidd against Heinrich. Crawford against Chandler. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, and Jamal Crawford gets the 3. And the Hawks lead by 1. Here's Kidd. And Nowitzki backs in with the fadeaway. Again, the Mavericks score. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching it.
For the Hawks, Al Horford. He's checked in for Pachulia. Williams comes in for Josh Powell. And it's Johnson in for Kirk Heinrich. And a switch here now also for Dallas. Haywood's checked in. Here's Johnson. Feeds it to Crawford. He's picked up by Kidd. Second shot opportunity. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. They get Jason Kidd.
Great awareness by fouling on that layup. Make him earn 2 points.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. I mean, send him to the line instead of giving up an easy 2.
And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Kidd. Outside Butler. Williams picks him up. Butler kicks to Fernandez. Another 3 for Dallas.
Another open look hits bottom from outside.
Yeah, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
Kidd against Crawford. And no mistakes on the layup. Crawford's got 7 now in this quarter.
And this continues to be a shootout.
Boy, I'm a fan as well as a commentator, and I love this fast-paced action. I mean, it's going back and forth, back and forth.
And the Mavericks call time here. And making a change here, the Hawks. Heinrich's checked in, and then for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Haywood. And it's Terry in for Rudy Fernandez. Here is Kidd. Terry outside. And Nowitzki backs in. Over Smith. Money on the 10-footer. 14 points for Nowitzki.
You know, he's definitely a catalyst for their offense, guys. I mean, he is so talented. He really causes problems for the other team's defense.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. .149 left in the fourth. Chandler comes with the double team from about 19 feet. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got 3 assists tonight. And here are the Mavericks now. And Nowitzki backs in over Smith. That's good from Nowitzki on the assist by Terry. Nowitzki's got 10 points in just the second half. Now here's Heinrich. He's picked up by Kidd. Heinrich outside. Johnson outside. There's the three. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got 5 assists in the game. The Mavericks trailing. Nowitzki covered by Smith. Terry kicks to Nowitzki. Now Smith defending. The baseline J. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
Both these teams really fighting hard here. This is an impressive matchup.
Yeah, not much separation able to be created either way, and I really marvel at the effort being expended by both of these teams.
Now here's Heinrich. Horford with the screen on Terry. Chandler comes with the double team. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson defended by Butler. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Here's Kidd. Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Six on the shot clock. He's picked up by Heinrich. With 1 on the clock. Sinks it.
Nowitzki, what an offensive force he can be.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're losing by 3. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You've got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
Here's Johnson. Horford. He's guarded by Chandler. Crawford outside. To force OT. Right between the eyes. A tremendous 3 to tie it up. Dallas calls timeout. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After 4 quarters, a stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. And making a change here, the Hawks. Collins is checked in. The Mavericks win the tip-off to begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler in the middle. Rudy Fernandez out there with Jason Kidd. And it's Butler in at the 3. Here's Collins. And that one's good. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Living a little room service dime with that dish.
Kidd dishes to Nowitzki. Good, and the assist to Kidd. 22 points for Nowitzki.
Superb playmaking from Kidd with that dish right there.
Heinrich outside. Clock at 4. Open look. That's good from Horford on the assist by Heinrich.
You know, he's always been like a bad window washer, a streaky shooter. I mean, he's definitely in one of those grooves right now.
And the Mavericks call time here. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Hawks. Jason Terry is checked in for the Mavericks. Here is Kidd. He feeds it to Nowitzki. And that falls. Nowitzki's got 24.
Boy, this is a shooting exhibition, guys. I mean, he's not wasting any of his chances.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Here's Heinrich. He dishes it to Crawford. Back to Heinrich. 5 to shoot. He's picked up by Kidd. From deep.
No what? A tight game here. Neither team has been able to gain an upper hand on the backboards.
Well, both teams really getting after it inside. It's been an interesting battle.
Heinrich against Butler. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Here is Heinrich. He's picked up by Kidd. Crawford kicks to Johnson. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Nice job there of disrupting that play.
Yeah, nearly came up with the steal.
Here's Crawford. Pass to Heinrich. Back to Crawford. 6 to shoot. They double him with Nowitzki. Buries it.
Big time shot.
Really clutch.
Here's Kidd. He's picked up by Heinrich. Shoots from 12. Good. A huge shot to tie it up.
Boy, these teams really battling it out. This is a great game.
A bag full of lead changes. This has been fun to watch.
Johnson outside. Crawford working against Terry. The open shot. Horford in Atlanta again with the bucket.
They do have a foul to give here.
Yeah, you might see them use that at some point. I would.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in overtime. Here's Kidd. Back to Chandler. Moving it around nicely. And there's Terry. Mevericks outside. It's stolen by Smith.
Well, that was a serious heave there. You can't blame him too much for not being able to corral it in.
A good foul. You've got to stop the clock in this situation.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, the clock is their biggest ally right now. They need as much time as they can.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're leading by 2. Just 4 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Here's Crawford, and they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Gets the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. Two for 2, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. Clark, what a game.
Yeah, they kept their cool, stayed with the game plan, and that's why they came out on top.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Joe Johnson.